brings back a lot of memories. Not so good, but memories. First, I'm going to start off with the station up at Santa Fe Trail Ranch. The passing stations around. Part of the history. It's named the Lazaro Martinez Station. These are some of the pictures that we had taken and the information of the station up there. And a lot of individuals that were there present were not with us anymore. Most of them are not. Some have passed on, some have moved on. The station is called the Lazaro Martinez Station for a reason. It's the groundbreaking on it was August the 2nd, 2003. It was a while after Lazaro had passed on. He passed on in 2001, and as a chief of a department, that we never had to do this. I was freshly chief, and I hadn't been chief very long. Hopefully our chief doesn't have to go through this, but it's part of life. Lazaro was a firefighter with us. On July 28th, we were doing an exercise to trim that fire. It was burn exercise down at their station in their facilities. It was way before they got the burn building that we are able to utilize now, the old one. Lazaro got up that morning. He lived on Santa Fe Trail Ranch when his wife moved here. I remember the first time I met him. Myself and Assistant Chief P.D. Gale P.D. were here at the station. We were striping the old building over there. We cleaned everything out of that station, cleaned the floor all up, sanded it as good as we could. We get down, run the sander and sand it, and we striped it. And I got them stripes still in that building and in pretty good shape. We taped it off, and then we got a roller and we painted. Well, we were in there doing that. Lazaro and his wife showed up. They were new to the area. They lived in Santa Fe Trail Ranch area, and they were in the process of building their house. And I was not chief yet. Before I moved in chief, I was a captain, and he wanted to get involved in the department. He said he wanted to be a firefighter. Great, I'll get you an application. So P.D. and I talked to him and his wife, and his grandson was there. He's a pretty small kid. And we talked, and he really enjoyed that. So he filled out his application, he went through the process, he became a firefighter, and he helped us on quite a few fires in different areas. Crazy French ranch fires that we had, and smaller fires that we had on Santa Fe Trail Ranch. That morning, he was with his wife, and he said, I really feel good. So he wanted to come to that training that the city turned out. So she fixed him breakfast, and we met at the station here. All we had was the little building. We went down while we were in the process of doing this exercise. He had went in and come out. You have to put on your full bunker gear and SCBA, and you're in the burn building for a while, and then you come out and you rehab. And he come out, and we were all standing there, took a little break, and we were standing there, and he just collapsed. He had a massive heart. We worked on him on scene. Turned that ambulance come and they worked on him. We went to the hospital and informed his wife that he was at the hospital, and she come and then they come out and advised myself and her that he had passed on. So we planned a funeral service. He was a Catholic. We done it at the church. We had the bagpipes. We had the flag over his casket and all. At that time, there wasn't too many departments that had equipment, so we were kind of short on equipment. Trinidad come and helped out a lot. Dave Bacharach was just a firefighter at that time. He wasn't even a captain, he wasn't any kind of an officer, but he was a paramedic, and he did work on Lazaro on scene, trying his best, but you know, faith is faith. But if you've never personally had to go through that, you never forget it. And it's always in your heart. Because this is a family affair. You know, we're like a family. We lost our friend, our comrade. It was time. It was a hard time. What I'm getting at is he is memorialized in Lakewood at the Colorado Firefighters Memorial Cemetery. If you ever have the chance, you can go out there and you'll see his name on that memorial. Myself and Captain Montoya attended that. Donna went with me. Lazaro's wife was there. His daughters, his son, they were all there. These are some of the pictures of the memorial. They've done the whole thing with the bell, ringing of the 3 times, the last call for duty, which it's supposed to be, they call for the individual and then they pause and they wait for a response, and there's no response. They do that 3 times. It's like ringing of the bell, because the bell indicates the last individual from service when they come in, that everything is clear, and they would ring the bell. That's still part of the department. It doesn't happen like it did before, but it still happens. And there is on one of these that it shows Lazaro's name, that one right there, on the memorial. I was there. I received this badge from the memorial individual, and I said, this is not for me, this is Lazaro. So it's up at Station 3, hanging on his picture. I presented it to them. That's the reason for that station being built up there. And that's how it got its name. At the time, Captain Paul Montoya, you can see he's bald there in that picture. He had developed cancer, and he was on chemo treatment and that. And I will eventually go on to another story about him and his battle with cancer and all. But that's the story of Lazaro Martinez in Station 2, or Station 3, excuse me, up on Santa Fe Trail Ranch. And when I attend these services like yesterday, the feeling never leaves you. We had the bagpipes for him. They had the bagpipes yesterday, and if you've never personally attended that, when they do that, it is heart-wrenching. But it's a good send-off to the individuals. and closure for the families. His wife has since moved. She sold the place on Santa Fe Trail. She lives in Nahana. She does communicate with us every once in a while. So it's good to see that. It's hard to live that and go through it. That's the first time I had to do it. Wasn't the last time. Hopefully it'll be the last time. The last one we've had. I had several more after that. We have to go through. That is part of being the chief. And you never forget those individuals. They are part of you, like your family. These smaller volunteers, like Chief was saying, 75% of all fire departments are volunteers. And the first volunteer fire departments, one was in Colorado, was established here in Colorado. The first fire department was a volunteer department. It's still that way. Now, a lot of the departments, they are paid for their shift that they do, but they volunteer for a shift. Our lieutenant that was with us, Drew DeVall, he left here and went to Fountain, and that was his first job as a firefighter other than being with us when he left us. He went to Fountain, he became a volunteer. He had to volunteer a shift. They got paid if they made calls, they got reimbursed or something like that. It's not a paid department. I think now they're a full-fledged fire department there in Fountain. This was years and years ago. And that's how a lot of them operate. Just because they're being paid for their service, they still have to join the department and be a volunteer and go through all the training, all the hours of training and everything that we all do, the same training nationwide. In fact, most of the fire department service worldwide trains the same way. So you put in a shift, you volunteer for that. If you make a run or something, you may be paid for that, and if you don't, then it's volunteer work. You're working there at the station. So that's, I think people have to know about this. I've talked to some, but I don't think I've ever really communicated the whole story of the Lazaro Martinez. So that's my presentation for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Any other things on that report?
Yes, there's a few things that I, also as being the pro temp mayor, I did propose a motion that the town of Starkville adopt a burn ban on open burn fires in the town of Starkville. And it will be, at our next meeting, it will be finalized that there will be no open burn in the town of Starkville.
And what's the means of enforcement or punishment or how you want to look at it?
Well, we're gonna work through the fire department. If there's somebody we feel is burning illegal, we'll contact the fire department and let them contact the sheriff. The sheriff at our chief's meeting, who was sitting next to me, he said,